Okay, now we're going to prepare the layout for the center tiles that we're going to have to reduce, alright, and create out of a 12 by 12. Alright, so here's the overview. Now, if you bring this straight down, okay, then you see the square and the square for this basic custom tile design with this cross for the center piece. Alright, now I'll show you how to do that. Now there's several ways to go about this. Alright, I can measure over from the outside over here to the inner edge of the cross, alright, which would give us actually 9, and it would be 9 5/8, alright, okay, so that works. And then here we have 9, alright, so we want to subtract 1/8 of an inch from 9, alright, so 1/8 of an inch from 9 would make that 8 14/16, alright. So let's show you what we're talking about here. Alright, here's 8. Okay, and 14/16 would place us right here. That's 1/8 away from your 9. That's 14/16. That's 15/16. That's 9 inches. This is better known as 7/8. Alright, calling it 14/16 is an improper fraction. So it's 7/8 or 14/16. So it's easier for the beginner to get it in his head and remember it. Alright, 7/8 is the proper terminology. 14/16 is an improper fraction, but it is 14/16, but don't call it that, it's 7/8. Alright, 8/8, there's 8/8 in an inch, there's 16/16 in an inch, there's 4/4 in an inch, and that's just the basics. Alright, so now we're going to cut our tile and lay it out on this. I'll show you how to do that. Alright, we got ahead of ourselves a little bit. Alright, I have my spacers in. Alright, I was eyeballing that, but see, I've got to go from the tile here, alright, over to that edge of the cross. So let's see what we're dealing with. Alright, now you run this across the front, alright, and then if they're off, you just kind of push it to your straight edge here on the across the front. Then you know you're perfectly in line and everything is right where it needs to be. Alright? Now we can pull from the edge. Okay, we can measure from the edge, inner edge. Okay, we're at 8 3/4, and you just touch this edge here. You don't push it, you just touch it. Alright, we're at 8 3/4 right here at this point. Okay, right there. The other thing I could do is, I've got my spacers in. I could mark this right here. Alright, and over here. Then I can move the cross, and then I can measure to the pencil line. Alright, now I'll put the tape right on that pencil line and come back to this outer edge of this tile, and we have 8 3/4. Alright, that's another way. I could have also as well get that centered, then take my pencil and run it across and then measure over to the pencil line. Okay, so that's another way to do that. Okay. Alright, we have 8 3/4 down and 9 3/4 across, over to the cross, 9 3/4 and down, 8 3/4. There we have it. Now we're going to make it. Let's do that. I'll show you how. Alright, I like taking masking tape and putting it right here. I don't know if you can see this. That was 9 3/4 down. Alright. 3/4 down. Alright. So now I have it. Yeah, you can't see that too well, but I see it just fine. Alright, little trick. Masking tape right there on your tape measure. Alright, now we got 8 3/4. So I come over here and I just kind of mark it where I can see it. I come over here, 8 3/4, and I mark it where I can kind of see the pencil line. Then what I like to do is take masking tape. Alright. And then run it across about the center of that right there. Bang. Run it over to the other pencil line. Bang. Whoops. We don't want it to move. Okay, now the other measurement was 9 3/4. Okay, so let's turn this, and I've already looked at this and I figured out which side I want it, which area I'm going to keep, right? So now I come over here to 9 3/4. Alright, 9 3/4, just get a little line I can see, come to the other side, 9 3/4. Okay, now just run this across. It gives me something to mark on that's not going to wash off. Now the other thing you can do is you can mark this with your pencil really good. Then spray it with polyurethane. Let it dry before you cut it. And you'll be able to make your cuts without your pencil lines washing off. Now, alright. 9 3/4 was right there. Bam. Then we can make one here on the other sides. And then if it's off, we'll know. Alright, 3/4 is right here. So when I'm cutting and I get to this point and I'm right there at it, I know I'm good. Remember, there's my pencil line from 5/8. There's my 1/2 inch mark. Alright, but here's my 9 3/4 right here. So as it cuts across, if it's in line, we know we're good. We know we're good. We know we're good. Alright, now for the other one, the 8 3/4. 8 3/4. Alright, let's look ahead. 8 3/4, 1/2 inch, 3/4. Alright, right here, 3/4 mark. Right there. Okay. Now, so we're right here. Let's get that right on that edge. Okay, we'll get it right there at that edge. Bam, and we're good. 8 3/4. There it is. Okay. Now let's go cut it. Right in line. Alright, so we're good. And we're also back against the fence. Alright. Okay, I cut all the way through, and then I had to remark my 8 3/4. Alright, so there we are. Now if you're ever in question, you can always stop through your cut and then remeasure from the blade out to the outer edge of your tile to make sure you're right where you need to be. All right. Okay, there's our 12 by 12 tile. Now this can be a custom way of doing it as well. All right, and create your own tile design. All right, now see I have a joint here. Okay, and if I pull this one back, I have a joint here, see? And I just created a custom tile design out of a 12 by 12. All right, because that's scrap for what I'm doing. This is scrap for what I'm doing. And this is going to go in that space around the cross. So let's go check it. Okay, looks like it's going to work. All right. Now, let's see what it's going to look like all together. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, a quick preview. There you have it. It all worked out. Everything is nice. Now, alright, so these tiles that we recut the 12 by 12s into from 12 by 12 to 8 3/4 to 9 3/4. Alright, now it's actually, if you take 3/16 off of that, okay, per tile, then you would have 9, and 7/8 close to it. But anyways, this all worked out. Thank you for watching. I will be doing the grouting and installing it in the next video, and then we'll be doing the backsplash on this with a material that isn't too widely known as of yet, that I'm going to make known to you on that backsplash installation video, along with some tips and tricks. So I hope you like how to make a mouse pad quick and easy. I look forward to hear from you. Remember, Easy2 tips and tricks where you see everything up close and personal. So bye for now. And thanks for your time. United we stand. United we make it happen. So remember, Easy2 tips and tricks where you see everything up close and personal. And tell a friend, help me out. It's a win-win-win. Alright, bye for now, and never give up.